gave us, like, we had really good balls in college, but I don't know if that means that they're going, recording. But they gave us, like, amazing. Oh, you're rolling. Okay, so we can start. Okay, well, there we go. But again, it's just gonna go over, you know, bringing it to the U.S. of everywhere that you could go. Why would it be Salisbury? And you guys talked about this stuff yesterday, but again, this will be just an informational / good piece to just get out what you guys are doing here in Salisbury. And then we'll wrap it up when we feel like it's necessary. But I'll just thank you guys for being here, and then I'll say, Ann, you can check everything out online at 47abc.com, and then I'll post a web story to this too and get a little more information from you guys about what could be in the article that I can post for you guys too.
Okay,
So.
cool.
Okay, so I'm just gonna start things. 3, 2, 1. Thanks, guys. I am here right now with some very, very important gentlemen, and you guys, this is the founder of the Matrix Soccer Academy, Charlie Jackson, and this is the North American president of the Matrix Soccer Academy, Bryan Watson. You guys, thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Pleasure.
Now, I mean, for everybody at home, this is a very big deal. The Matrix Soccer Academy is here in Salisbury. You are from England. Can you talk about your background and what made you start this academy?
My background is former Manchester United coach, technical skills coach. I moved to Blackburn Rovers, which is close to my my area where I live, and I'm currently at Manchester City Football Club. I'm Scottish by blood, and I work with the performance department in Scotland. I set up Matrix Academy in 2006 with my partner, Mr. Taya Khan, to work with skills in children who not just necessarily are the best kids, but kids who just want to get better. The Matrix is unique in its style as well, as it is a very cognitive learning tool. The kids love it. It's pushed, it's challenging them in every area, cognitively, physically, technically. It hits everything.
Right, so you guys were talking about this yesterday. There was a luncheon yesterday here in Salisbury, and you guys discussed that this is for all ages. It's not just for the players who want to potentially, you know, go play in the professional leagues or anything of that sort, but you can also be a beginner. So can you guys talk about that as well, maybe Bryan?
Yeah, that was really the crux of our partnership with Wicomico County, is to be able to develop a program that was a feeder system, not just for the best of the best, but for young kids to get quality training and development at an early age, and hopefully to develop better soccer players from the area. That's the reason Charlie's here, and that's what our plan is going forward.
Definitely. Now, you're from England. Well, not exactly from England, but you're living in England.
Yes.
So, of all the places in the United States, you guys, they are choosing Salisbury right here in Maryland. I mean, that's pretty incredible to start something so impactful for this community. And what was the reasoning behind wanting to start it right here in Salisbury?
I think geographically, where you are situated, you're in the middle of everything.
Right.
You're an hour and a half away from most cities. I think people will think it's unfashionable. It's not New York, it's not California, it's not all those big places that you see on TV. This is a talent hotbed. There's no two ways about it. When we visited last year, there was children here that were unbelievable, that would walk into an academy back in England. Girls and boys. The girls were exceptional. We had 2 or 3 boys who were also very exceptional. And I think people see it as an unfashionable choice. For me, it's a hotbed, and centrally, we are located. Really, it's fantastic.
For the academy, I mean, what would be the overall goal? I mean, I don't know if people here in the States are as familiar with academies as they are overseas, but players like Messi started in academies like this.
That's right. I think the academy back in England is the kids are handpicked from local grassroots clubs. They're selected to play in the academy. We take them in as young as 6. If you're lucky enough to be at 6, we always say that's your first and last contract. So you'll obviously stay with the club if you're good enough. Each year is a challenge. Each year, like any school grading, if you get graded A, you get another contract. And I think what we've tried to do here is not necessarily produce the academy per se, in terms of giving time limits on kids. We want to develop children through the system, hopefully with the view and the vision that one of these are going to represent the USA, or if they've got grandfathers or grandparents that are overseas represent the country from that.
Right, and so just to kind of touch on that again, you said it yesterday, but I mean, how amazing would it be, not just for this community, but just to see a local talent and a local homegrown talent from Salisbury, Maryland, or somewhere close by in one of the bigger cities, represent the United States, or like you said, maybe a country from where their grandparents could have been from.
I think it'd be a massive achievement, I think, for both the area and ourselves. The track record from our coaches back in the UK, we've got currently 11 players who are professional, have signed professional, also scholarship contracts, and we've got roughly currently about 88, 90 players at different academies that we run clinics most weeks. These kids are travelling 2 hours to get to us. Right. And I think for this area to have one player who can come through the rankings and become a US player, or play locally at DC, or play in New York, or whatever they choose, I think it'd be fantastic. But more importantly, it's about the enjoyment factor, getting the kids to be part of this program, which is unique.
Oh, it's incredibly unique, and I mean, I was telling you guys, but for everybody at home, I'm a former soccer player, so this is absolutely phenomenal, and to see just how this sport has continued to grow, and I should say soccer or football, because that's the correct terminology. That's what this sport was founded
Football once
upon.
we're here, yeah. I think I ban all the children when we're here in Bryan, I say from last year. we banned every child from saying soccer, and it was football. And the terminology that you use for pinnies, we call them bibs.
Yes,
we call them bibs. Cleats, we call them boots. So there's slightly different terminology on how we are in Europe, but at the end of the day, it's a universal language is football, and we want everybody to play that and understand it the way we want it to be.
Exactly. Well, I think the universal, I guess, decision for me is that this sport should be loved, and I think that this is headed in a great direction for the Wicomico County, and not only just for that, but for the surrounding cities, and you guys are doing a phenomenal thing bringing this right here to Salisbury. So thank you to both of you guys, one, for committing to this and bringing this wonderful sport right here in Salisbury, but for also just your time and taking the time to talk with me tonight. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Well, if you guys have any more questions, you can head to our website at 47abc.com, and we will have not only this full interview there, but you can also check out more information if you're interested in the Academy. Thanks for joining us.